You see, learning is at the center of how we function as a human being. The day you stop learning is the day you stop being curious, is the day you stop really living. Here's an example. Adriana, who was in the Boston bombing, losing her lower left leg. And she used that experience to inspire herself. I insist on being called a survivor, not a victim. I am thriving. I'm not broken. She could have been a victim. She could have suffered, but no, she turned it around and she wanted to learn how to dance again because she was a professional dancer. So here she is on Dancing with the Stars, and her new mission, her new calling is to teach people who are physically limited how to dance again. You can be in a wheelchair and you can learn how to dance because being positive is a choice. But I can guarantee you, someone who is fundamentally driven into negativity, there's some trigger, something happened that they cannot find that joyful state. Your brain hates pain. But if you're a high performer, or you're going to live your dreams with full joy, or you're going to get over something, you come back to teach your brain how to go through that pain for a benefit. You know you've gotten over a loss or a painful experience. It can be a failure, it can be big or small, be growing older, whatever it is, you have to be able to get over it. You come back to the joy of life. If you want to learn, you have to be in some form of positive state to really learn at the deepest level, because when the brain is defensive, it limits how you see opportunities. It limits how you are going to learn. How many of you have seen people be so rigid in their perception, they don't look for other possibilities? You see, learning means I have an open mind. How many of you know people who refuse feedback or feel criticized with feedback? And if you're dealing with millennials, this is a big problem because they want to be praised. And anything that isn't praised is criticism. So they don't say, how can I improve? How can I get better? You have to learn to like rejection. Why are you rejecting? Why are you saying this? Why are you angry? This is why I'm saying to you from the bottom of my heart, with your kids, with your employees, with yourself, don't over-focus on success because it produces a fear of failure. Anders Ericsson has worked. How many of you heard of the name Anders Ericsson? How many of you heard of the 10,000 hours of practice? That's his research. 30 years he's been studying high-performing teams all over the world. And he's just recently written a book. And he found 3 things that are very important. If you are a champion, how do you become a champion? Practice, practice, practice. What he found is that all learning involves effort, but 95% of learning, of talent development, is not natural talent. It is not genetic hereditary. It's practicing, and it's practicing correctly, deliberate practice, and it's having a coach, a mentor, a teacher, someone to help you learn it. Don't believe somebody who says you can't do something. And you can learn anything you want if you put your heart and soul into it. That's a very important lesson. Are you living a calling? A calling means you feel a desire. This is what you want. Learning starts with desire. And when we look at jobs, we see so many people who are working why? For a paycheck, security. And then there's the people who are working because they want to build their resume. They go from job to job building a resume. Or we have people who work because they have a mission and purpose. They find a meaning in it. It's their story that they're creating based on meaning. You see the difference between a calling and just doing a job? It's about learning. It's about learning. How are you writing your story? But it always starts with a call to adventure. What do you want to learn? The call to adventure. And then you go through sacrifice and pain, the valley of tears. There is no calling worthwhile that you don't go through pain. And then you come out transformed and you learn something and you celebrate it, and then you move beyond yourself. If you focus on the pain, you can't even finish. You have to be able to focus on that benefit. A secure base can be a person, or it can be a place, the sea, the mountains, your favorite vacation place, a goal, something you really want to do, an object, a symbol, something that inspires you, and many, many more. That provides a sense of protection, gives a sense of comfort, offers a source of energy and inspiration to explore, take risks, seek, and I would add, to learn. Because we need to shut down the brain's natural tendency to look for the negative, not negativity dominance. And when you have a person especially who helps shut that down, then you see opportunities. You feel like learning. That's why I feel sorry with people who are very negative, because that's what they see. That's what they focus on. You have to train yourself to focus on the benefits of whatever you're going through. Focus on the efforts to learn something. Focus on finding the positives. And the insight is the heart of all learning.